ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Hari Om, everybody. Today we start a new chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9. Because of its position, 9 out of 18, it's in the middle. It's kind of in the middle of the text. And because of that, it is also considered as the heart of Bhagavad Gita because of his positioning. Because we have always said that 15 is the heart of the Bhagavad Gita. And that the reason is because the essence of all the chapters are in 15. Of course, this one also gives us a lot of higher knowledge, but because of its positioning, it is kind of considered as the heart, because 9 is kind of in between 18, 1 and 18. The things that we will be seeing in this chapter are the creation. Bhagwan will talk about how the creation has come about under his lordship. Bhagwan will also talk about the result of those who do not have faith in this teaching, the fruit of for those who have faith in his teaching. Then he will also talk about his absolute nature, and he will talk about the different types of worship. So, and in the different types of worships, there is Saguna Upasana and Nirguna Upasana. Saguna is with form, Nirguna without form. And finally, the importance of Nishkama Bhakti. So, Nishkama Kama, desire, without desire. So, because we can do Saguna Upasana, we can do Nirguna Upasana also with some sort of material desire in the mind. That is what it is. But then the importance of doing bhakti or worship without any desire. I just worship you for the sake of worshipping, that way. The other thing in this chapter that we see, not in this chapter, but in general, he again calls this the Uttama knowledge. Uttama, the best. Why is he saying this is the best knowledge? When we look at physically, the Bhagavad Gita was told on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. We've seen that, right? They were standing on the battle in the middle of the two armies, and that's where Gita was being told. We are not in any kind of battle, but our entire life is a battle. In the sense, we have to go to work, we have to face colleagues, we have to face friends, family, etc., etc., etc. And what knowledge is the best? It's not book. We have a term called street smarts. Some people have academic intelligence, academic brilliance, but when it comes to street smarts, they are not very smart. The best knowledge is which will be most useful to you in your day-to-day life, not what is in the books. And this knowledge, that is the purpose Bhagwan gave it on the battlefield. So it is to tell us that you are also, each one of us is standing in the battlefield of life. And in that battle in while living life. This is what you need, this knowledge, not physics and chemistry and then the PhD in this. No, that is not in life. That'll give you money, but how to deal with that money, that doesn't tell you. That knowledge, university knowledge, doesn't tell us. It tells us how to earn money, but how to deal with it, how to deal with people, that is not taught. So that's why Bhagwan here says this is Uttam. This is one which is practical knowledge. It will be useful to you while you're living your life here and now, not after death or nothing like that. The second thing is, we see usually if where there is a teacher and a disciple, the teacher is kind of higher than the disciple, obviously. But here we see that the teacher is a charioteer. He was Arjun's charioteer, which means he was actually Arjun's servant for those 18 days, right? So this is to tell us that, if there's another saying, right? Sometimes wisdom comes out of the mouth of babes, right? Babies. Even if it is a servant, even if he may be our chauffeur or driver, if he is telling us something which is good, we should take it. Not like, oh, what do you know? You're just my servant. Not like that. So the charioteer is lower than the Rathi, the owner of the chariot, but yet he is the one that is giving the knowledge and Arjun is accepting it. So that is another point here. And the third point is that Karma Kanda, we have seen, the Karma Kanda portion of the Vedas gives us heavens. Maximum Karma Kanda can give us heavens or Brahma Loka, whatever. Who has seen the heavens? Has anybody come back from the heavens and said, you know what, I was in heaven? But this knowledge gives you that moksha, mukti, here and now. Freedom from the thraldom of samsara is through this and this knowledge alone. And that's why it is the Uttama, it is the best knowledge. And we have seen people who have gained this liberation and live to talk about it. They talk about it, right? So that is another point of this one. Now, as I've told you, this is not a continuation of 8. It is a continuation of chapter 7. And so this starts with Bhagwan Uvacha. He's continuing his topic from chapter 7, and we'll see how. Atha Navamodhyayah Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshamanya suyave jnanam vidnyana sahitam yajñatva moksha se shubhat. The Blessed Lord said, to thee who do not cavil, I shall now declare this, the greatest secret, the most profound knowledge combined with experience or realization, which having known, you shall be free from the sorrows of life. Idam, this word, Bhagwan, we have seen the word many times, the possessor of the 6 qualities in full, 100% qualities, 100% of the time, at all times, in all situations. Idam, the Lord of this word, idam, this word refers to whatever I told you in chapter 7. This is what is connecting this to chapter 7. What was this knowledge that Bhagwan told him? Bhagwan there talked about paravidya, aparavidya, and then turiya. So this idam is referring to that turiya state, not para apara, but the turiya state. So idam tute. Now the other aspect of this word idam. See, normally we have heard idam as aham and idam. So aham is me, the self, and idam is this world, which is far away, right? But here, by saying idam, this, if you take the English words that and this, if I say something, that tree, and I say this book, immediately the thought in your mind will be that tree is far away from her and this book is closer to her. So that represents something which is far, and this represents something which is close to me. So this idam here should not be taken in the meaning of aham and idam, like now idam is this world and now idam means I'm talking about the world. He's not talking about the world. He's using the word idam, this, to indicate to us that that knowledge in chapter 7, the turiya that I talked about, is close to you. This, not that knowledge, that turiya. If I say that means that somewhere there it is there, far away. Not like that. So this idam straight off means this, but not, it doesn't mean as opposed to aham. This is not, because this idam here actually is aham only. But he's using the word idam to indicate to us that that knowledge, turiya, is not really that far away. It is actually very close to us. So this is why this idam word is used here. And this is what connects this to chapter 7. Because what is it? Because in 8, he talked about krama mukti and, dhyana, dharana, etc., etc. So this idam can't be referring to all that. Tu te is to you. Tu is the same. Indeed, or it's a nipat. So tu te guhya tamam here, guhya, secret, tamam, uttamam. I told you uttamam. So there is one secret. In English, we have good, better, best. Right? So this is best. So good is guhya. Guhya tara becomes better, and guhya tamam becomes the best. So the first thing is guhyam, secret. So what is the connotation of the word secret? One thing is, secret is something which, if everybody knows it, then it is not considered a secret. So secret is something which only few people know. Okay, so that is one thing about secret. Another connotation of secret is that which is not easily known by the senses. See, if I see the sunrise, that's not a secret. Everybody saw the sun rising. Like, if everybody can see things to their senses, then that is not a secret. Secret also means that it is told to somebody who is worthy of listening to that secret and keeping that. Because secrets, see, if I want to tell some secret, I'm not going to say in class. I probably will say, after class, so-and-so, stay back. So then that person feels special. Oh, she's telling only me. She's not telling the rest of the people. So this is something very important to her and she's telling me. And then also it indicates that if she's telling me, then she trusts me to keep it a secret and not go blabber it. Now here, by saying secret, Bhagwan is saying you are qualified. You are special. I am telling you something that not everybody knows. This is what he's telling Arjun here. He's indicating to Arjun. And what type of a secret is this? This is the best kind of secret that I'm telling you. Because Guhya secret, Guhya, the word Guhya, it refers to something, it's something, if you take it in the material world, it is, say something, how I can make money. Now, why this is also a secret? Because if everybody knew how to make money, everybody in the world would have been rich. But we don't see that. We don't see. It is also righteous living in this world. In this world. Righteous living also, why do we say it is a secret? Because not everybody is living rightfully. Na? They don't know. That's why only few people know. But quite a few people know. Quite a few people know. That's why the world is going on. Quite a few people know how to make money. Quite a few people know how to do it legally, legitimately, how to live life rightfully. Quite a few people know. So it's a secret. It's a secret because not everybody knows, but majority know. Let's consider majority know. So that's why it's secret. Guhyataram, a better kept secret, is how to get into the heavens. That Agnihotra karma, not many people know. Few people know. Or now we can say, oh, but who knows about the heavens? How to get ahead in life. It's also a part of material world only, but how to get ahead in life. Okay, that also comes there. But Guhyatara, as per tradition, is like how to get into the heavens, which means it is after death. One secret is how to live while living, how to live rightfully. And second one is after death, how do I get into the heavens? That is better kept secret. Fewer people know it. And the very least people know about moksha or permanent happiness. Jivan mukti. That is guhyatamam. So that is why it is uttamam knowledge. Very few people know, but this knowledge is also uttama, very good, because it is what is going to help you in your day-to-day life. Right here and now. And every day we face challenges, physical, mental, intellectual, financial, whatever challenges that come to us, how to face them is what this knowledge tells us. So that's why it becomes guhyatamam. Pravakshyami, aham pravakshyami. Vaksha is vacha, coming from vacha, speaking. Prakarshena. Prakarshena means very well I will tell you. And why will I tell you? Because you do not have anasuyave. You are anasuyave. Asuya, the general meaning of asuya is jealousy. Asuya is, dosha buddhi. Guna dosha buddhi means in something which is good, you will find some mistake. That is Asuya, the one who always finds that, oh yeah, everything is nice, but I think nose is a little bit too big on her or something like that. Some defect you find in things. That is what Asuya means. And ana, when you add ana, it's so it's no, you do not have that Asuya. That's why cavil, Gurudev has used the word cavil. One who does not cavil means criticize. That is one straightforward meaning of this word asuya or anasuya. Means Arjun, he's called this him to him afterwards also it comes. It says, you have faith in the knowledge, you do not cavil, you do not criticize, you do not have that, some people have that anything, but this is not, but salt is a little bit more, or salt is a little bit, something they will find a defect in that. That is asuya. This asuya word also comes from sudhatu. Sudhatu is what? Sudhatu is birth, giving birth. Therefore, we have prasuti or prasuti graha, delivery. So, prasuti is delivering the baby, prasuti, giving birth. Asuya means abortion, miscarriage. Asuya, right? You're breaking the word now. So, asu means no birth. So that means miscarriage or abortion. Now here, that abortion should not be taken, miscarriage should not be taken as child, anything child, but it should be taken in the form of thought. Any thought which does not lead you to a proper solution is asuya. Because that thought has taken birth, but it's not going anywhere. That means worrying. In short, when worry also is a thought only, right? Now you're worrying about something, but just worrying about a thing doesn't give you an answer, doesn't give you a solution to that thing that you're worried about. And therefore, that is also one meaning of asuya. Here, Bhagwan is calling him anasuya, means you do not cavil, your thoughts are not, they're going in the correct direction. So that they will have some sort of, and we see that in chapter 2, where correctly he understands that something is wrong with my thinking. First, in first chapter, remember, all thing was going in wrong thinking only. And that wrong thinking he was thinking is correct. Thinking that was incorrect, he was thinking it is correct, but then suddenly he realizes that something is not right in my thinking. So he breaks that chain and he says, Bhagwan, I'm surrendering to you because I know there is something wrong in my thinking, but I don't understand what exactly is wrong. Now you tell me what is wrong with me, with my thinking. So this is what he's saying. You are a person who doesn't cavil at my teaching. You do not criticize. So I'm going to tell you, very well tell you, Pravakshena Vakshami, Vakshamaha. Tell you very nicely what? Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam. Sahitam with. I will give you the knowledge. Plus, I will give you the wisdom, the experience. Now, what does it mean, give the experience? This jnana, vijnana, both words came even in chapter 7. This is not only will I tell you in great detail, very clearly, this knowledge, such that you will have no choice but to realize it, but to understand it. That is how much clarity will be there in whatever I speak. Jnanam Vijnanam Sahita. And then what will happen when I give you that knowledge? Yajnatva, having known. Having known. This is a very important word, known, because we have always said that this Vedantic knowledge, karma doesn't lead to moksha. Karma cannot. Knowing does. Knowing. And knowing doesn't fall under karma. It doesn't fall under action. Moksha se ashubhat. Moksha, liberation. You will be liberated from ashubha. Shubha, auspicious. Ashubha, not auspicious. So what is not auspicious? What is not auspicious is this samsara, this world. And why is it not auspicious? Because it is changing. I saw that just this morning. Sansara is samsaratiti samsara. This world is constantly changing, and I will moksha from ashwa means I will liberate you from samsara means what? Means not that I will pull you out of this world. The world is not going anywhere. We have to even realize masters are in the same world, but I will release you from the thraldom of samsara. What is the thraldom of samsara? This change that is constantly happening, and that change is what is agitating us. So the minute we come out of our comfort zone, we get agitated. Any kind of change, that change I will make sure doesn't affect you anymore. That is what is meant by yet moksha se ashubhat. This is ashubha. Whatever is the not self is inauspicious. We have auspicious time, auspicious day, etc., etc. But here what Bhagavan is meaning is this entire world is inauspicious because it is the not self. It is the not self. And I will release you. This knowledge, when I give you this knowledge along with the experience, it will release you from the thraldom of samsara. Now here, we have what is known as Anubandha Chatushtaya. Do you all remember? We study that in Tattva Bodh. So Anubandha Chatushtaya is Adhikari, Sambandha, Hetu, and then Hetu and Vishay. Adhikari, Vishaya, Sambandha or Hetu, and then Sambandha. So Adhikari, see, there are 4 things. Whenever a book is written or whenever information is given, knowledge is given, the first thing to see is this person an adhikari, a qualified person? Okay. So that is the first thing. Second thing is, what is the subject matter of the book or the talk? Whatever, book or talk. Here we can say book, or here is just talk, but book. What is the subject matter of it? Third thing is, what is the purpose that this book is being written? And fourth thing is, what is the connection between the purpose and the vishaya, the subject matter? To give you a very simple example, if I want to be a chef, iron chef or whatever, then this cookbook is written, okay? So what makes me qualified to read that cookbook is because my goal is to become a chef. So I will read a cookbook. I will not read a book on physics or chemistry or mathematics. I will pick up a cookbook and that is what I will read. Now the vishay in that is all the recipes. And yes, that is what I'm interested in because I need to know all these different recipes so I can be a chef. Okay. The third thing is purpose. What is the purpose? Yeah, my purpose is to be a chef. So therefore, this subject matter in this book is what is relevant to me. If I want to be a chef and if I'm reading a book on physics, then what is the relevance of physics, principles of physics to me to become a chef? That's not. And then sambandha. What is the connection between my purpose is to be a chef? The book is telling me about recipes. What is the connection? Oh, I should understand practice those recipes, and then I can be a chef. So that is how this Anubandha Chatushtaya goes. Anubandha Chatushtaya becomes very important in Vedantic literature. So here in this verse, all these four are there. So this Adhikari, how do we know that this Arjun who's being told this is Adhikari? By the word Anasuyave. So a qualified person for this knowledge is one who does not criticize, who does not cavil, who does not have dosha buddhi. Dosha buddhi is what? Dosha is defect. Buddhi is intellect. So anything that you see, something you'll point out. That is not. That is not. That sort of dosha buddhi. That is the adhikari. What is the vishaya of this subject matter of this text? Jnanam. Jnanam is giving jnanam. Okay. What is the hetu? What is the hetu? Moksha ashubhat is the hetu. Hetu, purpose. What is the purpose of giving this knowledge to the adhikari, to the qualified person? The qualification is that he's anasuya. The knowledge is the subject matter of the book. The purpose, hetu of that knowledge, purpose of that knowledge is to give liberation from the thraldom of samsara. Now, what is the connection? What is jnana and then liberation? What is the connection? Knowledge, knowing, yajñatva, yajñatva. So the bodhyaka sambandha it is called, means this knowledge is something to be known, not to be done, not to be done. Okay, karma. That's why no karma is required, no action is required. Having known this knowledge, having experienced it as your own self, the goal of life, if there's a big if you want to be liberated from the thraldom of change, from the thraldom of samsara, then you should know this. And you are qualified, Arjun. So Anasuya is one thing. And also by using the word secret, also he makes the listener feels good. You know, how would we feel? You know, somebody comes to me and says, Jaya, let me tell you a great secret. You know, I'll feel, oh, she's telling me that secret, you know, so I feel good. She trusts me. So he's making Arjun feel, you know, when you make the listener feel good and he's more attentive. Huh? Like, oh, what is Bhagwan going to tell me, right? So this is what this is. Next. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyakshaavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartumavayaya Susukham Kartumavyayam. Royal science, royal secret, the supreme purifier is this, realizable by direct intuitional knowledge, according to the dharma, very easy to perform, imperishable. Raja Vidya, Raja, king. So this Vidya, knowledge. Raja Vidya, two connotations. One is, this is the king of knowledges. You know, you have, which is the highest. The king is considered as, like the Supreme Court is the highest in the, so Raj. So king, why is it the king of knowledges? Why is he calling it the king of knowledges? Because without this knowledge, and what is this knowledge? Understand that first. Huh? When he says knowledge, does he mean the book? Knowledge here doesn't mean a physical book. Knowledge means the pure consciousness, because that is the knowledge that we are trying to get. Please understand that. That is very important here. So when he says king of knowledges, without the presence of this knowledge, also known as pure consciousness, could you have learnt any other knowledge in this world? That is how this is, okay? So don't misunderstand that, oh, without this book, this book is not the king. Book is only book only. If you don't follow what is in the book, that book is doesn't mean much. So when he says Raj Vidya, when he says knowledge, what he means is knowledge of the Supreme Self. It is the Supreme Self itself. Without the presence of consciousness within me, could I have done anything? Could I have gotten any other knowledge? Therefore, this becomes the Raj Vidya. It is because without this knowledge, nothing else is possible. Okay, that's one connotation. The second vidya is, the second connotation is Raja Vidya is that Vidya which was given to the kings. That way you also take it. And this he says in chapter 4, where he said that I gave this knowledge first to Lord's son. Lord's son belongs to Ikshvaku clan, but Kshatriya. So he gave it to Manu and he gave it to the kings. Why should the kings be given this knowledge first? Is because when the king follows, everybody else, his subjects will follow as well. Also, if he has this right knowledge of righteousness, how to govern the country righteously, then he will do it properly. That is another connotation of this Rajavidya. Okay, either it is, one is it's the king of knowledges, without which nothing else is possible. And second is it is given to the kings so that they will follow, and then the subjects will follow as well. Okay, so that is Rajavidya. Rajguhyam, this is a royal secret, most best kept secret. Because people don't, we didn't know that we are only Atma, Atma is Brahman. Where did we know all this, right? I grew up say, thinking God is over there, pray to God, bribe him in something. I will do this if I get this, and then fulfill the bribe. I was very sincere in doing that. Huh? I've done that. And then this is what I said, now I'll do this many fasts and this many this and that many this. So all that was God to me until I came into the mission. So that's why this is the best kept secret. This is the king among secrets. And this secret is what? Pavitra. It is very pavitra. Pavehe trayate iti pavitra. Now what is Pavehe is the thunderbolt of Indra. If you see in Hanuman Chalisa, that is that thunderbolt with which he hit Hanuman. And that's why Hanumanji has this cleft here chin, that little, this thing, that is because of the thunderbolt of Indra. So thunderbolt of Indra, Vajra, is something to be feared. Because if he hits you with it, then you have no chance. So it's to be feared. Now, Pavehe Trayate is protection. That which protects you from the thunderbolt of Indra is Pavitra. And he's saying, Bhagavan is saying this this secret, this Raja Vidya, which is most secret, is very Pavitra, means it will make you fearless. If you do not fear the thunderbolt of Indra, there's nothing else in this world to fear. That is the most powerful weapon. That is the idea here. So Pavitra here, in the Upanishad also on Friday, we saw the word Pavitra. There, Pavitra, when he says, I am Pavitra, he means pure. See, Pavitra, direct meaning is pure. And the knowledge, of course, one meaning is Pavitra, very, very pure. Why? Because it's taintless. There is nothing other than this pure consciousness. So we have seen that also. But Pavitra also, when you break that word, it means that which protects you from the thunderbolt of Indra. Pavitram idam uttamam. Again, he says, this is the best. Good, better, best. This is the best, uttamam, because it can be used in your day-to-day life. Without this, nothing else is possible. That's why it becomes uttamam. Pratyaksha avagamam. Pratyaksha avagamam, to realize. You can recognize it. You can realize it yourself without, what is pratyaksha? Direct realization without the help of any other thing. Right now, even when I say pratyaksha, we say is direct perception. We have heard this word in that 6, means of getting knowledge. If you say pratyaksha, I got pratyaksha knowledge of whatever, the tree or whatever. But direct is because of your eyes and because of sunlight, you got pratyaksha, direct perception. So this pratyaksha here is a bit different from that pratyaksha. Please understand. Pratyaksha is the break of the word. Pratyaksha is eyes. Means directly from my eyes, I saw this tree or whatever that is. But we have to remember that eyes are dependent on light. If it was dark, how could I have seen? So even though I say directly I saw the tree, it is a dependent perception. Whereas here, when he says pratyaksha avagamam, it is not a dependent perception. It is not dependent on anything. Don't I know that I am existing? Without anything. Close your eyes, close your nose, close all the senses through which we are getting the knowledge. If I'm standing in a very, very, very dark room where I cannot see anything else, I am aware that I am standing there. That is this pratyaksha here. Direct perception without the intervention of anything else at all. Okay, therefore this is different from that pratyaksha. Pratyaksha avagamam, dharmyam, very righteous. Dharma is that which upholds. That is the etymological meaning of dharma, not Hindu dharma and Christian dharma, not that religion. That is not the meaning. Dharmyam is that which upholds. So this pure consciousness is what is upholding this body, in me. The consciousness in me, the Atma in me is what is upholding the whole body. So dharmyam. Susukham. Sukham is actually happy. The kham means space. Su means good. When we are in a good space mentally, we are happy. That's why sukham. And dukkham. Du is bad and kham is space. So that is that sukham and dukkham. So this sukham is actually happy. It means literal meaning of sukha is happy, but here it is easy. It is to be taken as easy. Very easy. It's not easy, but Bhagwan is saying it, okay? He says, very, very easy this is to explain, because you see, I am telling you. I mean, not me. Bhagwan is telling, I am telling you. That's why jnana vijnana. So when I tell you with jnana and vijnana, very easily you will understand. You will realize. Actually, that happens. In chapter 18, Arjun says, I understood. I remembered what I am, right? Susakham. Kartum. Very easy to perform. Now here, to perform should not be taken as I have to do some ritual or anything, action, because performance is a verb. To perform is a verb, but not like that. Means to understand, should be taken as understood, as understood. And it's avyayam, imperishable, right? The knowledge is imperishable. See, that's why we say book is not knowledge. Book can be destroyed, Book can get burned, torn, lost. Anything can happen to the book. But whatever is inside that book, that knowledge can never be lost. And avyayam is because pure consciousness is imperishable. We have seen that many, many times. No beginning, no end, never getting destroyed, never getting diseased. It doesn't have the six changes that happen in our body. It is no birth, no death, no change, no decay, no disease. So that's why avyayam. So this knowledge is avyayam. So therefore, Rajavidya, the king amongst knowledge, because without that, nothing else is possible, or the knowledge that was given to the kings. But actually, the first one holds good, but this is just another interpretation of it. Very, very well kept secret, because hardly anybody knows this knowledge. It's pavitra because it will give you fearlessness. I've told you this before also. If you really realize that you are eternal, what else? The most greatest fear is of death or disease, right? So you are not that body. If you realize that as your own experience, then there is nothing to fear. Idam uttamam, I told you uttamam best because it is used in your day-to-day life and also well kept, very secret. Pratyaksha avagamam, directly realizable. That's how Gurudev is translated. Directly realizable. Realizable by direct intuitional knowledge. That's why he's used intuition. Means there is no interception of the senses. All our knowledge we are getting through the senses. We're seeing, smelling, touching, tasting, etc. But here, these senses mean nothing. That's why intuitional, Gurudev has used the word intuitional. Dharmyam, very, very righteous. It's righteous. So very easy. It's very funny, we go say I, right? Unfortunately, we keep thinking it is my mind or my ego, my body, right? If you just start separating your body from yourself, then you will have more and more of this intuitional knowledge of the pure consciousness and Avyayam. Very, very doable, and it is imperishable. So we have lots of time. It is not going to perish. No, we don't have lots of time. We have to try and do it in this life itself. Now here, what about those who don't have faith? I told you, this chapter deals with what happens to those who don't have faith in this knowledge. अश्रद्धधाना पुरुषाः धर्मस्यास्य परन्तप अप्राप्य मां निवर्तन्ते मृत्यु संसारवर्त्मनि. Persons without faith in this dharma, the divine self, O Parantapa, without attaining me, return to the path of rebirth fraught with death. Please understand here, this dharma word again has come, and therefore Gurudev has very rightfully in brackets said the divine self. So dharma doesn't mean religion again over here. Okay, it means the pure self. Now, ashraddhadhana purushaha. Purusha, three also. Okay, human beings. No, not animals. Not animals, because animals don't have the right to moksha. Purusha here means three, also means human beings, all human beings. Ashraddhadanaha. Those who don't have shraddha, faith. See, faith, we all have faith. If we didn't have faith, nobody would have gone to sleep. I have faith that I will wake up in the morning. That's why I go to sleep. I have the best, I think, because I am myself on antibiotic. I really don't know what is in that antibiotic. Really do I know? I don't. First, actually, when he prescribed me, I actually doubted my doctor also. I thought, he never told me you have this infection. He just said, okay, this is happening now, you go on antibiotics, The only thing, because so far he has been very, very good to me. So what happened to me was my cough stopped right away. That's when then that faith came. But I thought, why is he giving me? Because he never specified that I have this sort of an bacterial infection. So we have faith, that's why we are taking all that. Only faith we don't have is in faith in God. That is the only faith we lack. God will come and help me. That is the faith we don't have. So that's why Bhagavan is saying, those who don't have faith in me or in this, and young people, I studied and I practiced and I got to, what is God got to do with it? It's not like that. If you were not even breathing, how could you have, that's why he said in the first, this is because of this great knowledge that other knowledges are possible. People get other knowledges and they say, I did it. So such people, he says, dharmasya asya parantapa. Parantapa, oh scorcher of foes. This name has come for Arjun many times before. Parantapa is one where the foes, the enemies, they're scared of him. They were scared of him. He didn't even have to be present there. The enemies, even if they didn't see him, but if they heard him pull the string of his bow and they heard that sound, they knew it was his Gandhi Dhanusha. They knew he was somewhere there around and they would be scared. So that's how great his valor was. So he says, oh, greatest, by saying that you are a great enemy, scorcher of foes, he's saying you are the greatest enemy of, like you are not an enemy of faith. Those people who don't have faith, they will be scared of you. That's why this word is used here, parantapa. Okay, faith. Because greatest enemy of Brahma Vidya is faith. See, when I don't have faith, I think I've told this before, maybe not in this class, but see, when we first come into this mission or come in touch with some Mahatma, satsang, whatever, the first thing we have to have faith is that there is a God. Like, we may not know anything, but at least, like I said, I did have faith that there was a God. He is separate from me. That is how was my understanding. But faith I had. So that faith is the basic thing that brings us here. And then the knowledge comes and then the faith increases. So faith is therefore Shraddha in the first Chatushtay, the Adhik Tattva Bodh, what are the 4 qualifications of a seeker? Shraddha is one of them. Right there it is there. Shraddha. If I don't even have faith that there is God, why will I go studying about God? So therefore he says that this, you have to have faith. Now those who don't have faith, aprapya mam, prapya, to gain. They don't gain me. I'm there for them, but they don't have faith in me. So they don't come to me, right? They don't come to me. And then what happens? Okay, so if they don't come to you, what is the big deal? No, then they come back into this world. Only two places. Either you go to him and then stay there only, no coming back, or then you keep coming back. And he says, fraught path of this world of death. Kathopanishad, Lord Yama says they go from death to death. He doesn't say they go from birth to birth. He says they're going from death, they're dying only. Those who don't have faith. They're dying and dying only. This samsara is nothing but, why should I? Then the question arises, so what? It's okay. I'm enjoying my life. I've got a good life. I'll keep on enjoying life. It doesn't work like that. Samsara is always, there is dukkha and there is sukha. So you will never get out of the um, chain of life and death, and you will not get that permanent happiness. You will get fleeting um, happiness, some happy today, but happy, sad will go on. You want permanent happiness, then have faith. So that is the result of those who do not have faith in this knowledge. And by saying anasuya to Arjun, he says, no, you have faith. That's what he said already there. You have faith. So this is good. Next. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadvyaktamurtina matsthani sarvabhutani na chaham teshvavastitaha. All this world is pervaded by me in my unmanifested form aspect. All beings exist in me, but I do not dwell in them. This is a very, very important line. Maya tatam idam sarvam. Tatam idam sarvam. Idam now means the world. Here it means the world. Idam. Aham and idam. Okay, so this aham is pervading in and through the creation, through this entire creation. Like the threads, in a cloth, they put the vertical thread and the horizontal thread. That's what it makes the cloth strong. If they put only vertical, then it would just tear. This is vertical, horizontal, diagonal, everything in and through the creation. I pervade. Sarvam Jagat Avyakta Murtina. Avyakta, in my unmanifested. Murti is form. It's manifest. But in my unmanifest form, in chapter 7, he used the word, I am the string in that necklace of pearls or beads. So the string, even in a flower garland or any garland, you don't see the string. You only see the pearls, or you only see the beads or whatever, that gems or whatever there is. You do not see. That way he says. So from a technical point of view, existence principle is what he's hinting at. That I am the existence principle. So the principle we cannot see. But we are always say, this is, the book is, this, room is, tree is, mountain is. We are using that word is all the time, but our attention is on the object all the time. So we miss out on that is. That is what he's saying here. Maya tatam idam sarvam. That isness, that is what I am. That is what he's saying. Okay, but we miss it. We miss it because why? Our attention is on the object. The tree, then everybody's looking at the tree only. Everybody's looking at the mountain only, or rainbow only, or whatever, you see. So this is what he said, Jagat avyakta, in my unmanifest condition. It means unmanifest is what? That which cannot be seen by the senses. Unmanifest is that which cannot be seen by the senses. Okay. Matsthani sarvabhutani. He said this in chapter 7 also. They are all in me, means they are all dependent on me. I am not dependent on them. And once again, our example of electricity and appliances, the electricity is saying, all appliances are dependent on me, meaning none of the appliances in my house can work without the presence of electricity. But if I choose to disconnect all my appliances, what happens to electricity? Nothing. Does electricity feel sad? Oh, she disconnected it? No. Is electricity feeling happy that I am powering all these appliances? No, because that is the nature of electricity. That's what he means here. Matsthani sarva bhutani. They all dwell in me, means they are dependent on me. Also, one meaning is because I'm the existence principle, I'm the substance. It is like saying the rope is dwelling in me. The rope is saying, sorry, the snake is dwelling in me. Okay? If you see the snake, as far as the rope is concerned, there is no snake. Our very famous example in Vedanta of rope and snake. As far as the rope is concerned, there is no snake. But if you see the snake, then the snake is dwelling in me. As far as Bhagwan is concerned, there is no world, there is no idam. But I see the idam, I'm seeing the world day in and day out. Then that world dwells in me. That world is dependent on me. I am the one that is the substratum of that world. The world depends. If I withdraw myself, this world can, just like if electricity is withdrawn, none of the appliances can work. Computer will not work if I unplug. Okay? But if I unplug electricity, nothing is happening. So that's what he says. Na cha aham teshu avastitaha. I am not dependent. I do not dwell in them. That is what this means. I do not. This has come before also. Okay. This is a deep thought. So sarvam jagat avyakt murtina. All this world is in my unmanifested form, existence. We know existence because of the isness. How do I know that this world is existence? Because I'm saying, I don't say computer is not, tree is not. I say no, computer is, tree is, book is, this is, pencil, that is. Now, the fact that I know that it is, that is the consciousness aspect of it. What is God in the highest sense? Sat, Chit and Ananda, right? Bliss. This Sat and Chit, they are one only. So I know that I'm existing. So the existence is there and the knowledge is there that I'm existing. That is Chit and Sat, okay? Knowledge is there that I'm existing. Problem with us is, I know that I'm existing, but I think that I am existing as the body. That is where the problem is. I think that I am the body. That's the problem. There is no problem. And if I ask any one of you, are you existing? If you'll say, are you mad? Don't you see us? We are existing. But you think you're existing as the body. You think you're the body. That is where the problem is. It's a deep thought. Any questions? Everything is clear? This thought has come before. No questions? Okay, it's good. We'll stop here for now. Next Sunday, there will be class, and the Sunday after that, there won't be any class, okay? Just a reminder. But next Sunday, there is a class, and tomorrow also there's a class, Monday.
Jayaji, I don't know whether you were there in the first class. I was telling Ramesh to
That's fine.
do
Only
the opening.
next Sunday.
Yeah, or even Premsai can do it for this class. So if he's going to be there, I
Next
won't be
Sunday,
there
he'll
next
be here,
Sunday,
no?
Premsai.
Next Sunday, Tripti is not going to be here, so if you can open the class.
Yeah. And
This one, and the morning class, Ramesh will open.
Ramesh,
yeah. And the following Sunday, then I'm not here.
Then you're not here. So I'll be there on Sunday.
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay. All right. So we shall close now and we will continue next Sunday. ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. Hari Om everybody. Have a good day.